would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu takes on his multi-armed form and says, "Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds."
Hey guys, we're back and we're here to talk about Godzilla Tokyo SOS, the follow-up to Godzilla against Mecha-Godzilla and the second part of the Kiryu duology.
Ooh boy, now we really get talking.
Yep, last time she was teased, now your girl is back.
Oh yeah!
Even though it was another
Mothra, and you're in beautiful fashion this time.
Yep, even though it's another retread, let's be honest.
Yeah, it is a retread, but it's a retread in a way that's still interesting.
Oh yeah, and it felt like this version was a bit of a fluffier version of her looking GMK, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, just a little bit more fluff, sort of harmonizing like the fluffy version we got before in the Heisei era with sort of like her original design, and I really like the balance there.
Yeah, and I gotta say, it's like I said last time, it's a disappointment that Akane is gone.
Yeah, it's just like that's definitely one thing I'm gonna have to dock this film for, is not keeping her for the continuity.
I mean, I get why, but it seems like a coincidence, and like, can't she just cancel her training and come back?
Yeah, it's just like, come on, I want to see you again, girl.
Yeah, and especially when it looks like at the very end that they may have taken him down once and for all. They didn't, but it just feels like it has to be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And they get rid of the Absolute Zero cannon, replace it with some other weapon, and it's not even that effective.
Mm-hmm. But I think the thing that they really introduced here that made things a whole lot more interesting is that, well, hey, Mecha-Godzilla was a mistake, because apparently there's a ghost in them bones, and that's why Kiryu has an actual personality under there this time.
Exactly, it's haunted technology.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what do you expect when you disturb and use the bones of the previous Godzilla? I
mean, really?
Yeah, but the other thing here is, technically there is no flat out... Well, Mothra's the only good guy when you really have it. So is Kiryu to a degree, but not to the extent you would think.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like... It feels like... Yeah.
It's like... If we're talking about this in D&D alignment, Mothra's definitely more on the good side of things. Kiryu more seems on neutral, whereas here Godzilla's definitely firmly in evil.
Definitely.
And it's kind of interesting because, yeah.
Yeah, do I hear you? But,
before, it's just like, hey, there was concerns about if Mothra would actually be willing to help, but as it turns out...
Nope, they want the bones!
The fairies, once again, which is something that we've learned is just a thing you don't do. Like, Mothra is nice, but she's not a pushover.
Mm-hmm. But I would say this, though. The fact that they're there because they want the bones.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, uh-oh, so she's not on humanity's side either this time, is she?
Mm-hmm, it's just like, hey, if you guys don't stop acting up, then I don't want to have to pull the trigger, but I will. Good ain't soft.
Of course, then it's my babies takes the hit, dead.
Yep.
Another repeat.
Basically, if you like Mothra, you basically have to be going and expecting that to happen in literally every movie she's in some form.
Except for the Heisei.
Except for the Heisei, yeah. That's one of the only times where they actually let her live.
But this one, they went full on. Again, sacrifice herself for her babies.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, though, I mean, I realized we didn't rank the last one. I would give the last one a 7.5.
Yeah.
This one, it's not close to Godzilla again and Mecha-Godzilla 2. It's not close, but for what it is, though, this is like a solid 8.
Uh-huh.
The Millennium series has been pretty just as good, consistent quality as the Heisei, I've noticed.
Yeah, it just doesn't have the same link in continuity between it. Like this
except for these two.
Yeah, this is the only spot where we really have that.
But overall, though, I mean, this was still good, a nice romp. I wish they did more with the Kiryu saga. Unfortunately, much like the other one, this did not do well at the box office, believe it or not.
It's the same old story again and again and again.
I know, this one did pretty low tier by comparison to... Like, the Heisei was all high tier. The Millennium, with the exception of 2000, for obvious reasons, and GMK, all of the others were pretty at the bottom of the barrel. And I say this did not deserve that.
No, it really didn't.
And
I guess it's just sort of the clash between, like, what the studio wanted to create and what the audiences were actually expecting.
At least they ended it on a note where you could end it there. It's not a good perfect ending, but you could end it there still.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
So, another short one, but really, I'll be honest, there's not a lot of plot to these two.
Yeah, or at least there's not a lot of plot that we haven't already talked about before. It's kind of... I feel like it's kind of like getting the usual please at a restaurant that you like.
But not as a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just like it's not different, but it is sort of the flavor that you're used to and that you like.
Exactly. Well, because we're done with the Mecha-Godzilla movies, tune in next time. Since we're not going to do a Millennium retrospective, we're instead going to do a Mecha-Godzilla retrospective.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yep, we'll see you guys there and enjoy it. Again, sorry for another short one, but really can't be helped. But we'll have a lot to talk about next time, so see you guys then.
Baby.
Yeah.